Alright. It's alright. It's okay. I apologize for the later start this morning. I was all set up, ready to rock and roll when last night's pizza hit this morning's tea, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're at level 16. First of all, welcome, greetings and salutations, everyone. This is, December 9th? Hope you guys took a moment to think about Pearl Harbor on Saturday. Yeah. And kind of think about the various sacrifices. But good news is, yesterday started Crisis on the DC universe. I have not started to watch any of it yet, but probably will sometime this evening. Whew, okay, anyway, so we're level 16. We have 14 bar levels, 1 rogue, 1 wizard level. We're kind of this hybridized caster swashbuckler build. It's, I don't know, a little better than medium, I think. So like currently on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it like a 7, 7.5. It's doing okay. DPS is a little bit lower than I'd like to see, and most of that's because I need some more knife fighter stuff, I think, or just a different weapon in general. It's really tough to cram in different weapons, because knife fighter, swashbuckler kind of like go together so well. I'd also like to get up into the war chanter stuff a little bit. Basically, I'd like to get the rage, the +1 weapon. Sprint boost would be great. I think the knife edges would be really strong. Frozen Fury would be really strong. The extra 6 DR would be really strong. And there was one other thing I always kind of thought was really good. Oh, I guess maybe it was this high spirits. But there's a couple of things in here that I would like to. Oh, here it is. The extra PRR, weird and rough and ready. So there's a few things I'd like to pick up in the tree, but we're kind of fiddling around trying to figure things out. Questing wise, what do we want to start with today? We're 16, so we can do as low as 13s and as high as 16. So we really have been kind of settling into like a groove of like 2 levels below, kind of like we would previously. So maybe Madness of Crowds and Age of Rage stuff in general would be good. Sure. Sure. Looks like our helper is left, so let's, before we run off, let's get a refresh on our helper. I did. It was a mere thank you. Was my, I appreciate, values and appreciates any and all generous gifts of cheer. I even sent back about as much love and value. Here we go. Let's grab like 2 hours of it, I think. Of reply as my sleep-deprived brain wanted to give you this morning, which was a simple thank you. But I do value and appreciate it. I added the cupcake to my cupcake collection. And my, it took me from 49 tasty hams to 50. Off to House Durasco. I think I should grab a few healing scrolls while I'm here. And when our last 50 raised dead scrolls, which is fine, because when we run out, we'll transition back to the big ones. Nice. That's right. As long as there's not like 10,000 letters, I'm usually pretty good about it. My big concern is when like everything's full and I gotta click forever, or I can't get to the mailbox and then it's aggravating. All right. So I hate seeing the icon. Yeah? Is it? That's not what took down the or the Mythic Championship, though, right? Didn't Food take down the championship? Yeah, Judden Sacrifices. All I know is I didn't watch it at all. Which is the first one in a long time that I didn't watch at least some of. I usually really enjoy watching coverage. I think we're just going to go quick mode. I don't think we're gonna dilly-dally too much with like big optionals and stuff like that. I'm not like opposed to the idea with dilly-dallying, but I would like to get a lot of XP here this morning. Unfortunately, my doctor appointment that's supposed to be tomorrow got moved to today, so I'm gonna have to, I won't be able to go over, but it's pretty chilly and it's supposed to be chilly all week, so we'll see if I can motivate to get some stuff done. I hopefully will have some new pictures. The wife took a couple of pictures. Ooh, gold coin, nice. A couple of pictures of me getting some subfloor down, but it's not that much subfloor in the grand scheme of things. I'm gonna try something here too. So to that end, I'd like to get my collectible now. So I'm going to experiment with casting D-Door and getting out.
I do hope you can find what you're looking for tonight, my friend.
I honestly don't know if I've seen a... more damages than I'd like to see here. What was I saying? Oh, no, it's gone. It's totally gone. So, Talab, while I got you in the channel, I was going to suggest to you and Rhett a very simple bet of merely just like singing the other football team's fight song, but you have to like record it and put it on Facebook. Oh, I gotta get that other group of thugs too, don't I? Alright, good dogs. Keep barking. Or, if you just want it on Discord, you could just put it on Discord. Wherever, so we can all enjoy the massive singing. That is a simple, non-lasting, except for like jokey. Oh yeah, there's a third group. I keep forgetting about these groups of thugs and where they're at. You know, though, but it's not like... It doesn't cost any money. It doesn't... It doesn't have any lasting effects for more than a day or 3. But people kind of giggle at the losers singing. And they have to try to do a good job.
Rolo agrees to let you into the tavern's side entrance.
Oh man, I need new water filters. So, the wife and I were talking about... I noticed a weird flavor in the tea for a little while. I thought maybe it was just that I was getting used to the tea bags. Every once in a while, I have to switch... like, I gotta mix up the brand of tea or the flavor of tea every once in a while. So I kind of, like, get used to a particular flavor... And then I start to notice, like, the tannins a little bit more clearly or whatever. But it tasted more like and it still tastes more chlorine-y than that. If that makes sense. And, the wife pointed out that it has been more than a year since we switched the chlorine filters out. I'm like, aha! I need to go buy new or order new chlorine filters. She said that she thought about it on Black Friday, because that is when she bought the last filters. But they did not have a special sale this year. She's like, their sale is just their regular sale. That's lame. Good morning, Peter. Keep this guy dancing another second here. Alright, are you done yet? Alright, thank you. Good morning. Oh, this is not where I parked our car. Oh, you're not done, you just typed all the easy ones, alright. You're gonna make me change my mind, aren't you? Oh, you're repeating. No repeats. No repeats. And do you ever think that maybe you should go on a diet? Jeez, it's all about food with you. Alright, Pete, that's enough. That's warning to... Ease up. Simmer down. Oh my goodness. So I started watching The Magicians again last night. The new season comes out next month. And I want to be semi-refresh. I haven't watched the first season in quite a while. Man, I forgot how good of a show that first season was. The first season was really good. If you haven't watched it, I highly recommend it. It's on Sci-Fi, I think. Normally, but they have them all on. Well, they have the first 3 seasons on things. Are you in the voice chat and Discord? Here. Hey, buddy, what's up? Sometimes I forget to jump in there. Especially when I break my routine of getting started.
Right.
It's easy to forget something. It's like I had written the titles and got the show, like everything all prepped, and then the old restroom called real bad. Alright, if anything, video might be a hair loud. Let's adjust the volume mixer here. Just take it down just a little bit. That a little easier to hear you. Alright, go to the guardhouse. Let's see if this works. Alright, you cannot cast it in that area. Huh. They don't have a prison for D-Door, but you're in it. Interesting.
Wow, I went about 5 games without playing against John's Sacrifice. That's kind of impressive.
Well, I guess there's something to be grateful for.
I guess.
You know what I'm kind of interested in? Who's doing the playtesting then? Because it looks like And I didn't pay super close attention to the winning deck list or anything. But it kind of looks like the list that LSV did a... Oh, I didn't take the... Alright, my bad. That he like just randomly put up on his channel a few weeks ago was basically the winning list. Like I didn't even see any sideboard tech that was really any different. But again, I didn't look super close. So did the winner just play like the quote unquote stock list?
Very possibly.
Yeah. When was the last time I had an egg on toast?
I'm really surprised.
I actually prefer tortillas to toast. I really am not a big toast guy. Very rarely do I have toast.
I prefer egg in whole.
Yeah, the wife likes eggs in the hole too. I prefer like
With a nice runny yolk. That's what I like.
just like a straight up like over easy egg, a little bit of cheese on a tortilla.
Oh, you're an easy runny yolk kind of guy too?
Yeah, it's fine. I'll eat eggs pretty much every way.
Yeah.
I don't mind. You don't raise your own ducks for duck eggs and not eat the eggs all the different ways.
Right. Pretty sure raising ducks is illegal here.
Well, I'm not gonna say that it's not here either, but it's not in the rules. So I called because there was a big fox problem, and the city website said that if you had a problem, you could get a live trap from them for free. So I called up the Humane Society about it, and I'm like, yeah, something's attacking my ducks. We've lost like 2 this month, and my son seems to think it's a big old fox, yada yada yada. And the guy goes, "You're not allowed to have ducks in the city." I'm like, "Oh, I meant my chickens." And but then I re-looked in the ordinance, and it does not there's no distinction between ducks and fowl or fowl. So either that guy had no idea what he was talking about, or there's some other code of conduct or something that the city subscribes to that I don't know about.
Yeah.
Which would not be
I have to look
unlikely.
to see what type of animals I can even keep legally here, because we have all sorts of crazy laws about that.
Yeah. Well, I know that it's one of the reasons why people have gone to for food hedgehogs, or sorry, guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Brazil and some of the South American countries have been really tapping into them for a while, and some of the places here in the States, they're doing them as workarounds for weird laws. Same thing with like
That affected the people in the night market. Quick, ring the bell to some of the guards inside.
rabbits. People are doing for food rabbits. Which I raised rabbits when I was a young person. I'm not a big rabbity farmer fan. I did not really care for it that much. There's an awful lot of poop shoveling. Like we had, I think, 6 rabbits, and there was like more than a 5-gallon bucket a week worth of rabbit feces to clean out.
Yeah, they do use that a lot.
Yeah. Now, if you're good about it, that does make pretty solid fertilizer. You don't have to cook it like you do with chicken waste. Let it cool off, or whatever you want to call it. But pretty good.
Right.
But honestly, you should, like, if I lived where you lived, I would look at putting together some sort of smallish aquaponic tank, like out of an IVC tote. In fact, I did do it. I built it, you know. I had an IVC tote system for a long time. I had a watermelon grow so big so fast that it tried to explode on its own accord.
Yeah, this list that they're playing is just exactly the stock list of the winning championship deck, you know?
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Yep.
Stormreach Guardian's Crossbow. Woohoo!
Woo. Your sentient weapon's gonna eat today.
Probably that. I actually ate a whole bunch of stuff earlier this morning, but let's see what else. Oh man, MeUndies. MeUndies Classics. It says, guess what? We're happy you exist today. Oh,
Yeah,
MeUndies.
are they? Because they could sponsor you and really show you that.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, but I don't know. Maybe I'm still not as cool. I built a actually, I'll keep that because it's already got a slot in it. I built a fast a fast family Facebook group over the weekend. Because I was tired of people trying to send these massive text message chains all over the place, back and forth.
Yeah, you said that.
Well, so my little brother texted or put in there, I'm tired of hearing about all these adults, because the only people who've been using it are the adults, right? The kids are invited in the group and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, what I'd like to hear from what the kids would like to have for the Christmas or whatever. And after about 4 hours, there's no reply. You know? So I reply back, kids hate presents, facts. And still no. Today we finally got a kid saying, "Oh, I'd like to have an X." Like 4 days later.
The result of House Tarasco's bombardment. According to the rumors, rioters treated with the substance of
And she wants a Nike headband. Like, really? This 60s call. She's into like volleyball and basketball, so maybe that's a thing. I broke some barrels just for beef. So I had a...
So I just posted an article from the local Fox network here.
Yeah?
And not safe for work.
Oh,
You should
okay.
look at that.
Alright, I'll try to take a look at it later. So I did see that you guys were on late last night, but I was not in a headspace for
Yeah,
hanging
we just
out.
went and did some giant holds.
I was gonna say, what are you guys up to? Enjoying the post-level 20 life?
Yeah, you know. I think enjoying is a strong word. It's actually refreshing though, to be honest. Like, it's nice.
I know here is it, this week it might be back to a little bit more of a usual schedule. We'll have to see.
Yeah.
I did get the heater in, not the stove, or not the wood burning stove, but a heater. Like, it's called a Mr. Buddy. It's a little propane stove that theoretically should warm the bus up pretty nicely. But I've been working on the floors, which means a lot of like hauling in wood, checking it, measuring it, trimming it, hauling it back out, trimming it, etc. Stuff that I'm not super great at.
Right.
But it's a lot of the buses wide open.
Have you thought about taking like a piece of construction paper and cutting that to shape, and then taking that out to the wood and cutting the wood on that?
Yeah, so it's not so much the... My biggest problem is that like I'll measure it, but I'm not trimming, I don't measure around for like certain bolts or whatever. Or I'm also not the world's greatest like with the circular saw.
Right.
So when
That's what I'm saying. Like if you go in there with the construction paper, you can draw out the bolts, you can draw out all that stuff, and then take that out, and then trace that onto your wood to cut onto your wood.
Sure. Well, I said, I honestly just need more practice with my circular saw, really. But cutting full sheets of plywood and crawling around my hands and knees,
I love that this mail, it doesn't even have a body. It's just subject TY.
That's it. TY. Told you all I could muster after opening these presents.
It didn't even have a body. Oh, I love it. That's great.
It was the most Samusy thing I could think of to say. So, yeah, anyway, I got one of the bump outs framed in, mostly. And, after the doctor's appointment today, they got moved from yesterday to today. I will, try to start on the next one. I think. I think I can get away with making that one a little bit less. So the reason why yesterday all I got done was a couple pieces of the flooring installed and the first bump out in, Because that's the bump out that the toilet's going to sit on, and I'm being all paranoid. Because you put your big expensive toilet, and then you put your big fat man on top of that. I feel like being a little paranoid on the toilet's probably a good idea. But anyway, there should be new pictures soon. I think the wife started working on a bus Instagram account as well. So as soon as we know what that's going to be. I'm under the impression that it's going to be under the Fat Halfling title, but I'm not sold or sure that that's what she's actually doing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've got quite a bit of like just random soul gems today too.
Random soldiers?
Soul gems, like a couple of elves and a couple of other things.
Yeah, I might consider making a crossbow for that.
Oh, the red name does not like me right now. And my healer person is... Oh, she tried. I haven't been watching a ton of the new trailers that all dropped today, but or yesterday, but I did watch Ryan Reynolds' Free Man, I think is what it's called. It does actually look pretty funny. When a friend of mine explained it to me, I'm like, yeah, that doesn't sound like...
It's a very intense moment.
What?
The chance to try something nobody's ever tried before.
Beef has subscribed for 26 months. Thank you, my friend. We got an emote, a special emote. Haha, think. That's funny. Thank you, my friend. So I really do appreciate it. It's definitely support of viewers like yourself, especially the longtime viewers like yourself and a couple others that really help make this go on. You're basically like my anniversary of going full-time on the stream.
Basically like your hero.
Oh, he's always been my hero. Don't be ridiculous. But that he's pretty much like, whenever someone's like, well, how long you been doing that? I go and I look up how long Beef has been a subscriber, and that's pretty much the answer I give to people.
Alright, time to go knock out the rest of Giant Hole.
Alright.
Did you add some on it?
There's another wood.
I was gonna do it last night, but I got...
Good morning,
tired.
Wood.
Hey, Wood.
I don't know. I've been getting so tired lately. I completely understand not doing anything.
Oh, I was not wanting to get out of bed this morning.
See, I went to bed early
My
for me
alarm rang
last
at
night.
5 a.m. and I go, nope. Turn off. 6 a.m. Nope. Turn off.
Yeah,
I finally pulled myself out at 8 a.m.
Oh, no, that's... I think I slept until about 10 today. But for me, I went to bed at like 2:30, 3 o'clock last night, which is very early for me. You're getting no sound. No sound on the stream?
in game, I've been having that issue. I've been having to, like, switch my output and then switch it back, and that fixes it. It's like since the last update is when it happened. If she's talking about the game.
I have not had that problem personally.
Yeah, I guess Beef's been having it too.
Oh man. Anyway, like I said, hopefully there'll be some pictures and stuff coming out for those of you who are excited about the bus stuff. Oh, we good? We good to walk back outside? Yeah, we are.
This secret door reveals a small office
I
where
don't think the game has ever been more accurate. I walk up to Madstone and it says, "This is a place to avoid."
and the madness caused by the curse.
Well, good morning, Yolanda. But, yeah, I don't know. Hopefully you'll figure out whatever's going on. Ooh. Man, I'm just gonna struggle being awake today.
Yeah. I don't know, it's like rainy, dreary kind of outside right now. So that always makes me kind of want to like just kick back, you know?
Yeah. Today, as near as I can tell, it's sunshine and lollipops. It's just cold. Like, we had a bunch of really nice days in a row over the last week. And, like, t-shirt weather. You know, especially for those of us in Kansas who are, like, used to it. And, like 50, like, quite solid working outside weather. And, yeah, today it's back down to, like, 32. I really don't want to deal with freezing temperatures while I'm trying to work, you know?
Right.
But I will, because I got stuff I want to get done. I'm still on the fence whether or not I'm going to take the... I don't know if I discussed this with everybody, but openly. But I'm considering taking the bus to my mother's for Christmas this year. Because my little brother, who promised to help me on the construction on the bus, will be driving. Oh, I got a Stormreach Guardian's hammer now. This looks like meh. But, I don't think I have one, so...
Man, is there really anything better than, like, freezing those, like, little blue ogres that teleport around? So, like...
Oh, the Ogre Magi?
Yeah.
I just
Anything better than
insta-killing
freezing
them.
those things? Well, like, before they could teleport, you know?
Yeah, straight up insta-killing them is pretty fun.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. Vorpal Flame-Touched Iron Rapier of Magical Beast Bang 3. Always when I see a special metal, I consider grabbing it, but I don't think I care.
On the hardcore server, that would be fire, but, you know. Here, eh.
I don't think I care. Like I said, I always like to grab the special, or look at the special metals, at least.
Right.
Alright, we got our big concentration. Oh, we don't. Alright, so what is our current concentration at? Skills. Concentration 26. See what we can boost that up to.
Prismatic Strike is awesome. Have you tried Prismatic Strike yet on Artificer? Like they have to make like 3 saves.
A handful of
Don't
nomadic giants have pitched
remember.
tents outside the storm
It's a
of
5th level
silver
spell.
waters,
It's really high, but they have to make 3 different saves,
small foot.
and it's really awesome.
The wind changes, and a sudden whiff of musky odor makes you both nauseous and angry. Don't these brutes have a wash?
Alright.
I think it was Beef that was telling me about it the other day, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna try that, and then I realized I didn't have a scroll for it, so I asked in his guild Discord, I was like, hey, if anybody's got a scroll this, and his guild leader pulled one and mailed it to me, so I've been trying it this morning, and it's actually really good.
Yeah, I feel like I've tried most of the artificing spells and found them to be fine for the most part. There's not always like great ones at every level, but
Yeah.
I found them to be pretty reasonable. All right, let me.
I'm trying to figure out how to build this Inquisitive so that I could actually make tactical detonation go off fairly reasonably in Reaper.
Final Guardian.
The spirit appears
I don't know that I can though. Like I don't know that the gear is gonna let me fit in a evocation here.
The spirit appears before you, if only for a moment of peace.
All right, one more time.
I was saying that I'm this Inquisitive Artificer. I'm trying to figure out if there's a way that I can fit in
Oh yeah, the knockdown
tactical
for
detonation.
tactical detonation.
Yeah, tactical detonation at like in-game, like, you know, medium Reapers maybe, you know?
I feel like you probably can, right? Like,
I'm not sure that I can get the gear set up to work.
you need what? A big int item, and you need
An evocation item.
well that or just a generic +6, right? Or plus
Well,
whatever.
'cause I have the Evo focus. Like I was able to fit that into my feat list. The greater evocation focus, regular evocation focus. I was able to fit that in my feat list. But I'm kind of concerned about the item. Like where am I going to get greater evocation focus other than like there's like the augment, I can get that. But the augment stacks with the regular item, right?
Yes.
So I got to see if I can figure out a way to get the item in as well as a like on a piece of name gear or something, you know.
Yeah, well, you could just look for the like I'm not sure what the Ravenloft stuff looks like now at compared to certain other things. But like the Ravenloft cloaks are usually pretty close. Like a bunch of those are like evocation, blah blah.
I see a ton of Project Nemesis in my future because that raid has a lot of really good stuff in it.
Yeah, see, I don't know a lot of the raid stuff. Alright. Let's see, and I have one more. The Bloody Spear. Still haven't ran into a Brawn Pits yet. I always have to like refresh myself on this quest a little bit. I do really like this quest. This should be a quest that you can ride your horsey on too. I have not tried, but you cannot.
They fixed the Red Willow's horse thing.
Yeah, that's what they. I remember seeing that. All right, Bloody Spear.
Yeah, it made me sad. No more horsey and Red Willows.
Yeah, again, I don't know. I'm not sure why they made those certain decisions like that, but
I don't either. I don't think that they really should have. I think that you should be able to ride your horse in quest, but you know, whatever.
well, I understand them not wanting to have it in like cavernous quests.
Uh-huh.
What? come on. Like, these kind of quests, I guess you'd have to go through and, like, flag the quest as open area or not open area. And they may not have wanted to... Alright, so the driftwood log is down there. I think I'm going to bounce over and kill these fire giants just because... See if they'll talk nice to me first. Oh, that was too high. Oh really? There's no chatting, huh? But yeah, I mean, I feel like they should be able to... There's not so many quests in the game that somebody couldn't flag them as horse-friendly, not horse-friendly.
Right.
I mean, I realize it would involve, like, probably a day's work.
We were talking about it during raid night the other night that they should have somebody that their job is just to go through and update old gear to like stay on par.
So the gear stuff is a twofold question, right? So first of all, nobody there can work full-time on gear. As much as they probably could or should, that is not how their staff's, like, designed to be able to handle it, right?
Right.
But, they certainly are taking people off, like, little Annabelle or whatever her name is, and having her update gear from time to time. Yeah. And as she's getting more into, like, patching and fixing stuff, she's more and more removed.
Right.
So realistically what they do is when they hire somebody new, one of the easiest things for them to do is, like, implement gear stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There's 2 Reapers just standing in the middle of the forest, just kissing. Just getting it busy, just getting it on. That being said, I think the other big problem with it is that their philosophy for gearing is poor. So what I mean is that they don't say whatever you want to say about Mark Rosewater.
Right.
He does his philosophy of his personality crafting stuff is on point. And realistically, they need to take something along those lines and focus on it for DDO. They can make new personalities or whatever they want to do it. But I honestly think that, like, Rosewater's is pretty on point and would carry over pretty well for DDO. Maybe there's a few things that need to actually change, but there it is. There's the spear with the giant skull on it. I thought I looked over there. But the items, quests, etc., they need to be designed with more of an idea of who is interested in them and why. Because a lot of stuff is just built towards the power creep philosophy, and that's getting them in trouble. So if they go back and they start touching up items, it's just going to go in powder creep land. And you have to have, you know, bad stuff that's not as good as the good stuff.
Right.
So what they need to do is they need to retool their outlook on it, start to figure out what this gear, who this gear is for.
Yeah.
And then they need to take the philosophy of, okay, we want to extend the lifespan of some of this gear because reasons, which I agree with. What they need to do, in my opinion, is they need to put scaling effects based off of your level. That is what I would do. Is I would start there.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, that is a bad champ on us. I'm not really sure what I did to aggro those guys, unless I just happened to like walk in the wrong magic area of the quest. So, for example, I've always thought a lot of the base 20 items, there needs to be especially the ones that just give like a stat increase or something, there needs to be like 3 different scales. Like
Right.
average, great, or average, medium, and great, or however you want to put it.
Mm-hmm.
And then those items scale. So like great would be it scales every like other level. So like something that gives you +6 at level 20, at 22 would give you 7, etc., etc. Although those are kind of been outpaced. Right, so now you need to be looking at 8 plus 8, and then every other level.
Like 8, 9, 10 even.
Right, exactly. 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way up to 30. Right, and then that would give a bunch of life to things. But then like medium would be every 3 levels it gets a +1 modifier, and then like average would be like every 4 levels.
Mm-hmm.
Right, so this way you're even the item that they've considered that's not good, still has some additional life to it. The ones that are just like piles of stats or whatever. Alright, so now we're looking for the mother scorpion. Probably going to end up being over here in this corner. Although I have not found her. Oh, there she is. I really think that's the change that has to be made, is that deeper philosophy of how we want to handle gear. How is this going to scale? Because they can't just have someone sit around and update gear all the time.
Right.
They need to change it at a key level to kind of like fix the problem going forward. And like I said, there's going to be stuff that's bad. There's going to be stuff that waxes and wanes. There's going to be attributes that are bad.
But think about like the last time you're like, I'm going to make this epic item because it's good. You don't ever use the scroll, shard, and seals anymore,
I mean,
none of that gear is good.
I don't, because I can't waste the slots on it. I would like to have certain pieces of that gear made. And by slots, I mean backpack slots.
Right.
Some of that stuff I would like to have at level 20 for farming up stuff at level 20. And with realistically 90% of my actual cap being level 20 or 22, it's generally not that big of a deal, but I just cannot dedicate slots to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, this thing is like, you're not going to go make chrono gear, because chrono gear is like the level 15 Sharn gear is better than chronoscope gear.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like, that's what I'm talking about. Like, when is the last time that you're like, yeah, this level 20 item is probably better than my Sharn gear? It's not. None of this stuff is.
Some of it is. Some of it definitely is. It's just the problem that it doesn't really scale like it should. But some of it definitely is. Like SOS, like AU SOS is still one of the top weapons. You know, and there's some places for like hate that you're still gonna want to build your like your claw set and stuff like that. There's still going to be level ranges where you want to do stuff like that. Especially like if you're done with your heroic TRing and you want to go to work in your epic TRing. Like there's room for that. For me, I feel like the biggest problem is I thought they had introduced a way where you could take the epic item that you scroll seal and shard for and the item and whatnot, and you could like re-crunch it back down into an item that fits back in your bag. Then you could like reconstitute it back from that item.
I don't think so. That doesn't sound familiar at all. Or does that sound like something they would do?
Well, I had remembered them saying that they were going to do something like that. Like it was a pretty small announcement, or maybe it was just something that they were kicking around or something. I honestly don't remember. But it was definitely, I remember them saying something about it.
Right.
And I just feel like something along those lines would have been really key, right? Like this may also been before the level 25 cap that they had mentioned it. So take it with a grain of salt to how long ago it was. But something along those lines that would let you make something and then turn it back into parts, essentially, I think would have been a big help too. Because a lot of that stuff I just don't take time to make because I don't have room.
Right.
Like when you TR as much as I do, typically, being able to have room for things when you go to TR is the key. Or is a key.
Yeah.
Alright. Oh, I got a Giant's Platter now, too.
Not having to spend 14 hours cleaning out a damn TR cache.
Yeah, I mean, it takes me like about 35 minutes now. Which is still a long time.
Way longer than it should be.
Yeah. Missed one of those giants, I guess. But that's like the first time I've got a piece of name loot in here in a long time.
Giant's Platter is really good, actually. I use that on my druid. But that, like the epic version of it, you know.
Yeah.
Actually, I use right now. I'm using both of the Giant's Platter and the sickle that comes out of there.
Well, I'm just glad to be getting. Like I said, I feel like it's been a long time since I've had good loot pulls, so
Yeah.
pretty pleased in general to just feel
You're
like
well
I've
chuffed.
gotten something.
You're well chuffed.
Like I've got a whole bunch of like macabre daggers and weird weapon types that I'm not going to use recently, but not anything like remotely usable. Although I'm not sure how much of that's really remotely usable, but we'll see. I don't know. They just kind of go back and forth on, do they want random loot to be good? Do they want name loot to be good? How do you walk the middle?
Right.
It's not easy. I want to equip this just to look at it. Take the little purple off of it. It probably let's look okay-ish. So I'm a little bit interested in cosmetics again this week. I put two hammers on JavaBot, so now JavaBot is like Java/Thorbot. Looks pretty sweet.
So I had those tasty hams for you, and I have no clue where they went.
It's alright.
I was gonna send them to you, and then it's just like, oh, they're gone.
I have like, I have 100 on Sam now, or sorry, I have 50 on Sam now, and I think I have 100 in one of the chests somewhere, so I'm okay-ish. The biggest thing is I need to go squish them, because honestly, Samius doesn't really use them a whole lot right now, but
Right.
JavaBot will probably continue to use them because he's doing some Reapers, but not all Reapers.
Right.
So the quests where he's not Reapering, they're actually pretty good.
Yeah.
But you have to take the time to squish them for robots into tasty ham juice.
You've arrived at the dockside conference workshop. The well-worn doors.
Like this. No, I don't know. We'll definitely do the last one, I guess. We're going to take the time to do this one.
That's said to house the headquarters of the Disciples of Rage. Time to see if your informant is well informed.
Stupid crate.
The lever is cold. The nearby workers immediately
Yeah, I broke everyone's crates. Are you happy?
you're under attack.
I feel like this quest was like made to punish me.
That's how I feel about Madstone Crater.
I like Madstone Crater.
Beyond
It takes too long.
some kind of fortified area.
Sometimes. My last run through went really smoothly.
I mean, this run through is going through smoothly too, but I still think it takes too long. I guess it doesn't help that I leveled up to 27, and this is a level 26 max quest, so like I'm not getting full XP bonus on it.
Ah.
I'm only getting 106,000 on this.
A Vishanti Spellcaster Bard. Yep, all the weirdness. I'm still working on, I still need some points, but it is definitely the weirdness. This is the hybrid thing that I've been trying to figure out since the hardcore server. This build is actually inspired by how we kind of polish things through. It's not as deep into the Knife Fighter tree as I'd like to get yet. I'd like to get some more points in here, but these are done. So now it's through here and a little bit of War Chanter stuff, if I can work it in.
Pressure builds behind your eyes as a massive headache sets in. You feel restless and agitated.
But it gives you a lot of the real advantages of both. The high double strike, the big stuns with your spell stuff. Where's my little person at? and enough like additional single target DPS that it's value. I take it you're feeling better. I noticed that you had a couple of streams since you decided that you were going to skip that day because you weren't feeling well. It's good to see. Just like breaking crates.
Pain courses through your head.
Good.
A burning rage overtakes you. A rage that can only be quenched with destruction.
I haven't been real good at watching other people's streams the last week or so. Basically, I've either been streaming or working on my bus full time, basically. But I've been trying to keep up with the Twitters at least. Alex, I knew he was gonna move. I saw it. I saw it happening. Streamed all weekend, used the power of your hangover to make YouTube videos this morning. That's nice. Yeah, I don't know. I spent all weekend crawling around on my hands and knees on the bus, and I did not want to do anything. I'll have, again, new pictures for everybody up in the Discord probably later, or the wife's, or I'll be linking the wife's new bus Instagram. God, I hate breaking things. God, I really do.
Yeah, I've noticed.
God, it's like it's much better with this build than other builds, but I still dislike it. Where do you find my Discord? Are you not invited to my Discord? It's under Samius Garobo, but let me... Oh, here you go. I'll send you an actual straight up invite.
If I wasn't actually fighting here, I would generate a link.
Sent you a direct invitation via Discord. Sweet. And then once you're somewhere, I will make sure to get you the viewer tag so you can jump into the voice chat when you want. Let's see, I think this is the door I need to go in. I feel like I should be making bear puns right now, but nothing is coming to mind except for the usual couple. I need new bear puns. I'm feeling particularly uninspired today. Chest is locked. Cut that nonsense out. That's just it. Those the clawing and the naked or the bear. Subversion Elite to get the trinket and or fatal flaw. If I can help you. Who is... I don't know who this person is. Alright, that's subversion. What is this trinket that they need? Oh, the Eagle's Eye trinket. Or the crossbow. We just need someone to help pull. Let's see, I'll lift him up like. I mean, who am I really kidding? As soon as this quest is over, I can help them go pull, but... Yeah, it's just someone sending out random tells.
Alright, I gave Stremcom all the roles that he needs. All the roles he qualifies for.
Okay, sounds good to me. Thanks for that, Talabbies.
Mm-hmm.
The cultists' strange experiments are not as inert as they seem.
Now watch me end up walking into a quest that's not completed. And then I'll be all like, "Rawr!" No, I probably won't. I'll still be like, "Rawr!" Alright.
More eye horrors occupy.
Alright, eyeballs. Eyeballs of pain, let's go. I can't believe I didn't take glitter dust on this character. That seems like a mistake of biblical proportions. Let's see. Other trailers that came out this weekend that I have not watched that I feel like I don't have to watch because I know I'm going to go watch the movie. Wonder Woman. I feel like I'm pretty much guaranteed to watch Wonder Woman. That should be fine. And the other big one that came out this weekend was Ghostbusters. It's probably bad. Destroy it. Kill it with fire. Oh, never mind.
You can congratulate yourself on a job well done. The burning tome emits a
Probably not wrong.
pulse of arcane energy. The destruction
I pretty much watch anything with Paul Rudd in it, like it's going out of style. So, but yeah, I know those two are out this weekend. There's something else that was big that was out this weekend, but I can't think what it was. Trailer wise, I have not actually gone to see a movie in it seems like ages. I will also say that I was super excited thinking that today was, or yesterday was the first day of, whoa, Athena, what are you doing to me here, girl? Come on, we got like 4 hit points on this beholder. Let's finish this beholder. Clear all this trash. Athena. Kiss my boo-boos. Kiss the boo-boos. Am I going to see Star Wars? I probably will see it. I'm just... My excitement level for Star Wars on a scale of 1 to 10 is like -4.
I will be going to see it.
Now, I have not watched The Mandalorian yet, and that might change things. Like, I might once again figure out faith or develop a faith for Star Wars. But they have done a pretty good job of, like, crushing any and all faith that I might actually have that Star Wars is going to be good. I have not enjoyed... So I can't even tell you what all their names are. The reboot, the first, like, half of it I thought was pretty good. But I did not care for any of the last one. I guess it would be The Last Jedi. Yeah, I did not care for it at all. I felt like the problem with these last couple of movies has been that they are super predictable. Like, the level of predictability for me is already usually very high. I'm very good at figuring out the plot of a TV show or a movie or whatever well in advance. Which is why I really love episodes like The Expanse, or TV shows like The Expanse, TV shows like The Magicians, TV shows like 10 Star. Stuff that's just so outside of the box that you can't, that I have a hard time like predicting it. But I feel like both of those last two movies were so cookie cutter formula, it was disgusting. And then the action scenes were not even that good, and the acting wasn't even that good. So like, if it's not a surprise and the action scenes are bad, and then you take the time to kill literally the best character in Star Wars, you better bring your A game. Oh, we actually got a thing. Whoa, we got a good thing.
Okay.
We got the Compliance, which is the 7 Charisma Potency UMD hat with Mythic slot. That's not bad.
Nice.
That was worth taking the time to like come back from the dead. Click on. Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I watched it one time. I've at least watched the other one a couple of times to try to like get into the series again. Like, I honestly think some of the characters have potential to be interesting. I just think that the Rey character has no emotions, no feeling, she might as well just be a cardboard cutout 80% of the time. I'm a person who loves a good villain. Like, Darth Vader was the best villain because often you liked him. Like, so often you rooted for him to get the good guys. But Kylo Ren is just like emo Darth Vader. You know, and I'm just like, this is not an appealing character. And the characters are uninteresting. A lot of the acting is flat. The most interesting characters are like, I don't even know his name now. What's the pilot?
Oh?
Ho? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Poe. He's the most interesting character they have currently going on in the series, and he's like this much of both movies. It's like, yeah, this is
Right.
It's super unexciting. Alright, so this dude still needed help. It says active 7 minutes. I guess I'll join his quest. On Elite. And they're at the front of the quest? Are we still waiting for people?
What did you sign up for, Sam?
I don't know yet. Can I show Blade where the 12 is, Sam? I already stepped in. But, I'll go find this guy. I don't even... I guess I don't want this experience. I'll go help this guy instead. Alright, where... Oh my god, he even stepped out too. Oh my god. He is... Alright, never mind. I'm just gonna solo that quest for those people pretty soon. I think is what's gonna happen. Alright, where are you hiding? This is what happens when you're nice to... Like, you try to do good things for people. You just get... Oh, yeah, see, he's resetting. You just get penalized for helping. Alright, so where is this guy?
This guy's finished last, Sam.
No, it's fine. He's like... I don't even see this guy. Like, his dot on the map is right here. Blade Spike or Baldy Spike. I know he's saying Blade, but I don't see him anywhere. Am I being dumb? Is there another... Oh, is he over by Pruba's in the Poison? No. I just don't know where this guy is. I can't lead him to a place if I can't find him. This apparently Blade Spike is like he doesn't know where to go. So I found him on the map to like lead him to the quest, and I don't see him anywhere. Don't know. This is what happens when you respond to tells. Responded to a tell and I don't know. He answered in chat. All right, now he just disconnected.
Blade Spike online.
Yeah, he just disconnected. But then he just responded on my way to the 12. Where did he go? He just disappeared. It's fine. It's totally fine. He says he's on his way to the 12.
And it must be anonymous because he's still not showing up on the Who list.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll stand over here for a second. See if I can find him, and then I'll just say F it and start the stream. Or start soloing the quest, basically.
Nice.
I mean, I imagine... I mean, I did this thing, like, on R3 with, what's his name from my guild? So...
Raider?
Yeah, Raider. I think that was the most XP he's ever gotten in one day outside of Epics.
Or what's his name?
Or what's his name?
Or what's his name?
Alright, Stream Tom, have a good stream. Hey,
Stream Tom.
I'll be logging off at about 2. I'll throw whoever's over here towards you when I'm done. Probably. Well. Sure. What? I thought we were doing Subversion. Alright, there's Blade Spike. I found him.
Alright, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Alright, sounds good. Alright. I'm gonna rock through this quest super fast for people and then call this being generous a thing. And he looks ridiculous. This guy, on the other hand, knows how to dress. Oni? I know this person. Are we not pulling levers? Pull the ones that need done. Pull the ones that need done. Kill the monsters. I didn't... He was already in the quest. He was already had quote-unquote started. I know, it's fine. Just letting... It'll just be quicker that I don't... Or less that I have to, like, worry about. Just means I can self-heal as I do the quest with it. Oh, man. Play this a little bit more like a little bit more Zerg crazy than usual, probably. Hi, little Abishai, what's up? Oh, 420, blaze it. I mean, I don't necessarily know that that's true, but if you have a bunch of points, then it's reasonable to assume that.
Something about these crates seems strange.
Also, having the ability to heal without penalty is pretty good. I'm still a big let me heal guy. Look at them fighting things. Isn't it cute? I think the problem is that, and I know that I've done this before, it's easy to become quote-unquote elitist. And it was something, it was actually sticker shock almost for me on the hardcore server. Like certain pugging with certain people, I felt like I was definitely playing in sticker shock land, like some of the information or misinformation that was coming out. But, you know, I always like to help if I can. That guy didn't die. Must have great saving throws. Bald Spike. Bald Spike's running out of the mana again. Or out of the hit points, the red stuff. He ran out of the red stuff real bad. This quest, it's really only the infight of this quest that's a pain. The rest of this quest is just like a lot of running back and forth and forth and back. Did I hear forehand? Hey, what's up, buddy?
Hey, how are you doing?
Good, just helping this guy. What are you doing?
Just looking through my clientele on DDO so that you're on.
Yeah, it is that time of the day. Although, to be honest, I have not. I've been taking some time off this last couple weeks, and I'll continue to take some off to work on the bus while things are still trying to come together here.
As the lever locks into place, revealing a door beyond.
I'm not doing this optional. Alright, I'm gonna go start the infight if you guys are gonna screw around with that optional. Get this done for y'all. Let's go into get her done mode. It's full get her done mode, lads. Maximum try hardness. Oh, a big old lag spike. Oh, my game just crashed. That's nice. I haven't had that happen. That's new. That's new. I wonder if I'm dead. I wonder if I'm dead or if I'm like gonna come back like standing next to my soul stone. That'd be sweet. Why do these E's have 4 humps?
Voodoo.
Say what?
So I'm gonna pop over and help Voodoo, so I'm gonna get out of the chat so I'm not talking over you.
Okay. Tell him I said hello.
I will.
Oh my goodness, now I'm not getting back in. I got that thing where it didn't... Yeah, it's stuck on cleaning up old connection. That's the best. Oh, it did it. Let me in. Let me in, you guys. Yep, standing next to my soul stone. My client crashed. I should get a picture standing next to my own soul stone. It's always my favorite. There's the trinket for you there. Alright lads, good luck, have fun, don't forget to check out the stream. I'll see you guys later. Boink. Alright. So random. Oh. Alright. We're on the biggin, the last one. Honestly, really would like to have glitter dust for that fight. So can we... I think it's a second level spell. We could probably undo the second level healing spell. Probably undo invisibility. I have not cast it as much as I thought I would have cast it. Or you just straight up take out Sound Burst. I have not cast it as much as I've been casting it. I thought I would either. Let's just pull out invisibility. We can use scrolls. Scrolls are cheap. As we're getting closer to Christmas, I've got more and more trouble to worry about. The wife is taken care of. The wife usually takes care of this kid. But we're having... we're doing what I'm now calling a nerd elephant. Again, which is similar to a white elephant, except instead of just crap, you're actually buying something kind of nice-ish for everyone to fight over. Like a $50 spending limit. So I've got to go find something for the guys. I'm honestly not sure what even sounds good. Rumor is one person or two people are probably going to buy the new Keith Baker book. Should be kind of fun. But kind of want to do something different. It would be pretty amusing if everyone just like showed up with a bunch of the same gifts. I need to. Oh, there's a Reaper in here. Thought I saw one. Oh. I gotta kill oozes first. Alright, everyone get ready for the excitement. Boom! Love that. Ooze killing weapons. What?
I have been muted. Now I'm back on. I
Okay.
have to go over and see what was wrong.
Nothing was wrong. I just, I gotta fire off the Horn of Thunder on some oozes, which is very awesome. New, like, it's a bigger, more exciting animation for extra damages. A wrong weapon type. I'll show you the wrong weapon type. It was the whole. Why do you keep splitting the ooze? Alright. Let's see. See if I remember where to go. This is not it. Oh, now I made it mad. I'm sorry. I did not mean to make you mad. What if I bought you flowers and you called it even? Oh, you gave me a chest though. That's a tape. Two mysterious fragments. Wow. Thank you. Thank you very much, DDO, for your generous donation.
So I haven't seen Beef on lately. How's he doing?
Well, he got his new job, and so now his he's still, I think, adjusting to a regular
Work
human
schedule?
Yeah. But he sounds like he really likes it, from what I've heard. It's a lot of delivering things. So it's a lot of like driving around town. Delivering things to various schools. So it's a big pay increase for not a lot of actual work demand increases, is what it sounds like. Which is what we all want, really, right? That's what we all want in life. More money for the same amount, if not less work. Five. So now we've gotten 2 and 5 stacks of mysterious fragments out of the quest so far today, this morning.
And you left a collectible back there on the ground. I cannot believe that.
I haven't left it. I haven't left it yet. I just didn't see it. Oh boy.
How did your D&D pen and paper?
It was fine.
And the gate blocking the
We're this last session was primarily to focus on another guy's story, which is not a big deal. I'm not been like super pay attention man anyway, so it's nice to see some people's character developments kick on. But I don't know, we're gonna be gone. We're not playing next week, I guess.
Umber Hulk erupts from the wall and attacks.
So there was an Umber Hulk down here. I thought there was. Not playing. Maybe we're playing next week. I'm not sure. I think the main guy, who's like he's the whole story right now, is and he probably will be for the next session or two. He's going to be gone, so I have a feeling that we're going to just go ahead and end up skipping next week. And then the week after, we have our A-hole Christmas. So I'm going to be going to Kansas City and actually getting to see everybody Saturday and Sunday. I think I'll be driving back in the wee hours of the morning on Sunday or Monday morning. Should be another probably there.
Well, you at least finding a lot of scorpions. I think you
I
got
am. Lots of scorpions.
You got like a trail of them coming down the hallway too. But
That's good. We do love the scorpions.
well, at least Didio got them fixed. I used to remember when for a while there, anytime they would go down underground, they'd come back with all their hit points. That
Well, either
really
all their
was
hit points
bad.
or respawn like as a champion or whatever. Weird questions, but do I like farts? I do not have a like for flatulence, no. It is not my kink. I enjoy the occasional fart joke, but that's about it. And even then, highly occasional. They're easy to make, though, generally.
The jokes are.
Well, both. But no, we had a long conversation with this particular user a couple of weeks ago about flatulence in general. So I'm hoping that this will be the end of the discussion about it. Just because I get tired of having weird conversations like that don't carry over. In the After Dark streams, it's less of a big deal, but during the daytime, kind of keep general conversation themes of the conversation a little bit more polite and adult. A little bit more Dungeons and Dragons, or at least magic related, something fantasy related. Alright, one more Umber Hulk, and then I gotta go solve the... No, that's in the next area. Yeah, one more Umber Hulk to kill. Gotta be very quiet. I'm hunting Umber Hulks. Forehand, you're a long-time D&D player, right?
For a little while, since about '83.
Do you remember way back in the Wayback Machine, back in like 2nd edition land, they had a suit of armor that you could craft from Unkhead, I think is how I've always pronounced it. It's like a giant ant bug type thing.
Yes.
And they made like this, it was like the equivalent of like a +2 magical breastplate, but it wasn't magical, it was just because this thing is so awesome. And I remember when 3rd edition came out, I was like, I had emailed off to Wizards of the Coast. They had like a, not really an Ask Me Anything type thing, but you could ask them questions if you needed help with stuff, right? So I'm like, yeah, you know, back through 1st edition and 2nd edition, one of the things that was back in the loot tables for this monster was XYZ. And now I noticed that that has been removed. So, like, what would be the stats for... Because they changed armor class pretty heavily. From 2nd edition to 3rd and beyond. With the new D20 rule. And the guy comes back, sends me this long thing. He goes, I'm not really sure what you're talking about. Like, how can you be a longtime D&D player and not know what this monster is? Right? Like, this is a classic Dungeons and Dragons monster. And he goes, but if it was made from the hide of a monster, it would just be hide armor now. I'm like, you're terrible.
I remember when a friend of mine was running us through the premiere book of D&D. It's a little brown book, little paperback book,
right?
That they created, the original.
Yep.
And I remember the ultimate armor was getting the soft leather dragon. The trouble was we couldn't ever kill a dragon; they'd kill us instantly. So we had to capture it or get it off of a soldier, somebody else who had killed a dragon who had to hide. So it was one of our biggest things about when we played, was looking for the dragon armor. But now look at it, even in this game, it doesn't have the ability as the original dragon armor was. How awesome it really was.
Well, as power creep does, right? Power creep is as power creep does, doing the thing. I don't know, I'd like to see the Dragon Touched armor. Slab was talking about things getting an overhaul. I would just like to see that area epic-fied and a little pass.
There was something I was needing not too long ago, and I noticed that I'd have to go and farm the black dragon out of Tor, and to get what I'm looking for. And I was in there a day, and I thought, what am I supposed to go in there and get? So it's something that we just don't play as much, you know.
Well, those particular dragon fights are generally not all that exciting.
I don't know, that lightning on standing on those coins can be awesome.
Yeah, that's true.
Even if you could find you a nice place to jump up on this, you still get those blasts of electrical hit.
It's generally not that bad. You just have to, again, preparation, right?
Yeah,
the wizard
energy resistance to electrical charges. That really.
Yeah, get your electric absorption on. Poor JavaBot actually was stuck wearing, like, his only real trinket for a long time was a It's a lightning resistance or absorption trinket.
Found the name Kitty Cat.
Yeah. Murdred.
I still would love to see them Wizards of the Coast introduced Oriental Adventures. I love.
Is there non-Oriental wizards essentially stop? You mean Standing Stones?
Yeah, but
Okay.
they can't do it without the permission of the Wizards of the Coast, and they're not going to give that, believe it or not, to any. I don't know why, but it's
I don't know.
something about copyrights.
They don't like. They could do a samurai type class thing or whatever. They could get away with a lot of it. Do I own a cat? I do own a cat. Like, I think the problem is that a lot of that stuff, how do you implement it without completely unbalancing other things? Like, you really can't support a samurai type class right through DDO, like leveling 1 to 30, because then you're talking about making gear all the way up.
Yeah, because they would specialize on it. But for example, everybody's been talking about they'd like to see fighters get a little bit be looked at and stuff like that. To me, the ultimate in fighters was the Oriental Adventures when you played they wore no clothes. I can't even think what they're called now. They're not a monk. Kensai Master. The Kensai Masters were the ultimate.
We have Kensais.
Or not like theirs. Theirs was every level gave you +1 to hit and damage. So by the time you got 30, you're +30 to hit, +30 to damage. Of course, in the original books, you didn't exceed 20. Usually you died off before then. But I love the Oriental Adventures with that capability. And of course, the samurais, the code of honor and stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of that stuff has already been reasonably well implemented. The main differences would be that you'd have to go through and bake item stuff to like really be, because like the monks that we have are already basically the equivalents. Now, if you want to have some Asian-y type themed quests, I'm with you. More like the Ogre Magi type stuff. Oh god. Alright, we're good. So like any of the stuff that's like heavily organized on the Ogre Magi type things, I always felt like had a strong Asian influence. And I think they could get away with doing that kind of stuff, like have a strong Asian influence series of quests without any kind of like special permission from WotC. Excuse me. I just don't think that they really.
But you know that the original Oriental book, they went and made it to 5 rings. They came out and said, okay, now the 5 rings is the new version of Oriental D&D, and then they came out and I think recently came out with another version of Oriental D&D, but it's still 5 rings. So I think it's something to do with that reason that we'll never see it in this game. That's a personal opinion. I don't have any facts on that, but I like the 5 rings, just the 5 nations. They were fantastic. You remember the animated cartoon Thundercats?
Mm-hmm.
And unnamed one. If you look in the 5 rings and you look at the Phoenix clan, look up and there's the unnamed one, and look how he's dressed. He is Mumbra.
Yeah, I think you might really enjoy the Romance of the Three Kingdom-esque stuff thing.
I have in the past.
It's one of the things that we actually considered playing on the stream here, actually, quite a few times.
All rumbles to life.
Some of the various Romance of the Three Kingdoms stuff.
Rises from the bucket.
And that might be up your, that might be scratch that itch that you're looking for. But I think you could probably get away with, if someone wrote some Oriental type adventure stuff, I bet they could do it. I don't know if they need to have like a whole I think if you just made adventures that were in that theme, and again, the way the Ogre Magi's are written, you're already kind of, you have the Oriental flavor to them. So if you wrote them with if the adventure was written and this water is just high enough that it wants me to swim like half the time, you could probably get away with writing something along those lines. Because remember, the great thing about Zendrick, just like Tigger's, is that I'm the only one. No, that anything that you want can be here. So you could have like a whole Oriental-esque tribe of ogres and ogre magis out there somewhere. Again, like we already have.
And trolls. Yeah.
Sure, all that stuff.
Yeah, that was some time. The fun part of the Oriental Ventures was that the trolls were actually intelligent enough that they had honor. They could be samurais, and they followed the code of Bushido under that, and that was awesome when you fought them, and and they would stand up and they would give their who they've slain, their birthright, and are you worthy enough to face them in hand-to-hand combat? Not in hand-to-hand combat, well, I guess swords. I don't know how they would classify that, but to face them one-on-one.
Right.
And I always thought that was excellent writing. When it's in the books, it's really fantastic. And when you see the trolls and they have honor, and then there's occasionally when you think you're going to have to fight a troll, and it turns out it was there for the same reason you were, to establish some kind of goodness or bring order into a land of chaos, and so that they would actually travel with you, and you didn't have to worry about them backstabbing you or anything like that. And I thought that was so amazing to have monsters that were had so much honor.
I said that. Again, I think you get away with that, especially here in Everon, where if that's the feel that you're kind of looking for, remember a lot of the monstrous races are not. They don't have set alignments here in Everon. None of the monsters do. So, like, you could have an evil gold dragon. You can have a lawful, like, red dragon, if you wanted, or a good aligned red dragon. So a lot of the monsters that float around, you could do stuff like that with. And realistically, we sort of do. I feel like a lot of that kind of flavor could be accomplished by adding in some interesting hirelings. Would kind of scratch that itch. You know what I mean? Instead of them all being basically copies of other builds' characters, you would actually build some that are actually designed to be hirelings. And that is where I would probably set them up to be Reaper hirelings, built for. They'd be designed and built for Reaper stuff. Zelmond, welcome to the stream, my friend. We're having a good day. But that's one of the things I always felt like they needed was or since they've introduced Reapers anyway, a series of hirelings designed specifically for Reaper. You can only summon in Reaper. Never mind, I guess that guy gets to live. And you have to buy them with the Reaper coins. Can't think what those things are called right now. The Reaper, the mysterious fragmentes. Can we quicken this, please? Maybe that'll be a help. Get back here. Or Harlan over here then. Try to keep stuff in this. Do I still like Iron Man? I love Iron Man. Iron Man is and always will be and probably will continue to be my favorite superhero. I've been an Iron Man fan since I was 8 years old. I don't foresee that changing anytime soon. Stupid little... I'm about to die, apparently. I was going to say I was about to recall out of here. Teleport out of here. Alright, yeah, we'll have to do a quick rescue. The changes they made to hirelings recently has been real terrible. I honestly don't know why they're so messed up. Oh, it's probably... Ooh, I was lucky. Can I just leave? I can't just leave.
Can you teleport?
I could, but I'm gonna detour. I don't want to... I mean, I can't re-enter the quest. Can we... Alright, we summoned Ellery. Worst case scenario, Ellery can pick our stone up and run us to the shrine. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the hirelings of late. Like I don't know, they just get so weird. There really needs to be a hireling pass, I think, in a couple of different ways.
My biggest complaint recently, and I think we've discussed this once before, is that is the dog collars or the pet collars for both the druid and for the artificer. It doesn't do any damage, even though that one of the quest items that you can pick up out of level 29 quest is a collar for the animal, and it gives it a whole bunch of different kinds of damage and stuff like that. You put it on your pet, it only does hits strength damage and if he gets a double strike, it doesn't give you no benefit at all.
Yeah, I don't know. All that kind of stuff needs looked at in general. I suspect it's probably there's something going on between they probably share some code, dogs and hirelings, and they're having similar issues. I feel like it's more that a lot of the summoning type things, they just stop working.
Yeah, it was about a year and a half ago. I used to have my high level Artie had a dog had like almost 3,000 hit points, and he could tank a red name and a really awesome thing, and he could do fairly decent damage. But now he does two types of damage: his strength damage, and if he gets a second hit, he shows, because he gets double strike. But all of his collars that he had do not work anymore, and that's just a shame. I mean, the armor still works because that you can get armor that gives your dog a plus 400 negative,
Right.
and it can come right back up even if it goes below 400 hit points. The armor works, but the collars do not. I don't know if they wanted to nerf them because they came too powerful, but they shouldn't created a new collar in the new quest level 29, and then it does nothing. You get it, and it's
Well,
just like a piece of garbage.
I really don't suspect that it was they nerfed it because they were too powerful. I don't suspect that was it. I suspect it's probably it was an accidental side effect of some other change. Again, I feel like it's been less than a year that the hireling stuff has been borked. But alright, let's just kill this. Let's plop those out there. See if we can knock down this
Beholder.
God, I hate these hateful stare things. No, just the number of these hateful stares. They list like it's so much damage for no good reason, in my opinion.
I just got through doing that with my TR group, this quest, and we did it on. I think we ended up doing it on R3, and all three of us were playing Inquisitors, and one guy, the two of them were concentrated only on the spawns, and then I concentrated on the Beholder. Of course, I died, but we all have res and stuff like that. I got a res, but it worked out. We only had one death, which was mine, and that was awesome. I say that this killed your hireling. We'll kill the other
I'm
one.
gonna try to get the D-door going here, but apparently I'm
Feeble. Cursed.
I'm not worried about that.
I don't think you can cast when you're cursed.
Yeah, you can.
There you go.
Yeah, you just can't cast, or you
Can't
just
heal.
have a -4 to like your hit and blah blah blah. Like it tells you what happens here. No, I was in the anti-magic ball thing. -4 to attack rolls, skill checks, and saves. Is all that happens to you when you are when you're cursed. Oh, I'm getting tired. I don't have time to be tired today. I got too much stuff to do.
It's supposed to be nice here. I should be outside, really. I think it's supposed to be 60 here today.
Yeah, it was pretty nice most of the weekend, and then a cold front came in yesterday. So now it's down to like 30. Hoping it's gonna warm up a little bit. I've been working on the bus really hard the last week and a half, and I would like to continue to do so today. I got a little bit of con damage. Fix that. I know I have not been having problems with this infight lately. Just like staying on the beholder and knocking it out. But because our damage is all crit dependent, really, like our little hits are not very high, but then our crits are pretty good for the level. We really are heavily crit dependent, and when you have a monster like that that's just got a bunch of DR, you like sit there and you swing 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 200. Really feels bad. Alright. Here comes the Beholder, speaking of feels bad. Now let's get a bunch of this junk knocked down. Now we've got all sorts of little eyeballs again, so should be able to get back to eye beams. You're lurking from work. Sounds awesome. I love when people are lurking from work. Not only does that make it feel like you're getting away with something naughty, but then also there's a sweet new IP that get registered and flagged for the Twitch stream. Just stand here and dance. We're close. These eyeballs out of the way. Man, I really dislike those eyeballs. Whoa, that was interesting. But like stuff like this. There we go. Now she's healing. Like there's no reason for her not to be healing there. We were clearly wounded. She just didn't want to. But yeah, this fight's not that bad as long as you can stay far enough away and try to clear the occasional eyeball that's being a pain.
You are now free to claim your prize. A treatment for the madness of crowds.
Alright.
You have retrieved the vial of
Well, of course we didn't get anything in here. Been getting loot most of the day, but then not in here. Not the one quest we actually want loot in. My hands are all like ouchy.
Get you some good hand lotion. Go to a farmer's co-op and get the stuff they use for cows udders.
I think the problem is just that I've been punishing them with the working on the floor and stuff, like just in general, you know, like cutting boards and stuff like that. So they're just sore from not having to do real man's work lately. That's all. You know, back when I was a kid, you know, I had to split firewood every day and all sorts of other chores. This stuff, it wouldn't have bothered me, but now I'm feeling a little bit old, a little bit like I need to be working out in general, but working out my hands in particular.
Okay, here's one for you. I know that I guess it's 2 or 3 months ago. I think you was telling us that you could not put a wood stove on your bus, and now I would think the other day I heard you talking about putting a wood stove on your bus.
No, the reason why I was saying that I couldn't put one on was because of the way the insurance worked. You can't have a wood burning stove and have it be insured as an RV. They won't classify it as an RV. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
So now, the way the bus is currently insured, it's insured as a commercial vehicle. So as long as I keep it insured as a commercial vehicle, they really don't care. I mean, they probably would care, but as long as, you know, what they don't know won't hurt me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but in our state, we have commercial tags are extremely expensive compared to RV tags. They're two different types.
Yeah, well, you can't here in Kansas. You can't qualify. You can't take a bus and make it qualify for an RV tag anyway. So, like the tagging it as just a bus only costs like $130, and then getting it insured as a commercial was only like another, I think it was like $75 or $78 a year.
Oh, that's not bad. That's not bad at all.
Right. So those two things together, it worked out to be pretty affordable. So I'm kind of in that, again, that mental place of like, well, if it's not hurt, if it doesn't hurt, yeah, I think I'm going to take Panache here. I think it's better than the knife training, because that's just +1 hit and damage, while this will be +1 hit with damage, 1 double strike, and an additional damage, because it's +1 damage and +1 to enchantment bonus. So yeah, that's a lot of bang for the buck. And then I think we're done with this tree. We can just start focusing up the Knife Fighter tree and the War Chanter tree. Not that we have a ton of points left, but
I like to get Beef's build or on his bards that he was running with us over there on hardcore.
So I
was impressed with the damage and what the healings and the buffs again.
Right. So I did a video on that. I just don't know if I've ever posted it. And I want to do something a little bit more direct. But honestly, this build is very, very close to what we were doing over there. And I will do a video on this when it's done. And I will I'll let you know what's up over here. Like I said, I think this will be very close.
Well, he didn't do much melee. His was all range attacks.
Right.
I like when he, like instant kill. I don't know what he's using for his instant kill. Probably
Nothing.
Really
he was just doing the Sonic stuff. But most of the time that we were just on, like, he just went all in for yeah, he was basically just doing a bunch of Sonic damage. This is quote-unquote insta-kill, that was all. The difference is that he was doing, he had that fire dilettante feat going on, so then you got, the first one every 3 seconds also did almost like double amount of damage of fire damage. So I actually feel like this build is a lot stronger. It would be better if it was not on this life. If it was on a... do I want to take that? I probably do. Let's reset this tree really quick. It would probably be stronger if this life actually had that dilettante feat, but I don't. I really like this, but I don't have any allies to buff. It's been a while since you played DDO, but you're thinking about coming back. It is a good time to come back. I say that every time someone makes a comment along those lines. But it is a good time. We just got... we just got a couple of good, like really, really good adventure packs. Let's see. Or not adventure packs, expansions. We got a couple of good expansion packs. They just introduced horses, which is kind of interesting. You can only use them in public areas or explore zones, but they're pretty cool. I have not actually seen the Slash dance yet either. Oh, it does like a little trot. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, the dance.
Yeah, but you're not really... They're not supposed to be usable in quests. Every once in a while it looks like there's a quest that they mistakenly let slide in. Hey, Sharn, welcome. We could get away with on 3 skulls. Let's see. What else did they just do? It's kind of cool. We're almost... Let's see. The new the new class will be out pretty soon. Probably, I imagine, around the start of the year. If I were to go guess. Huh. Oh, Myra's a little bit different. Yep, free to play is still a thing. I recommend if you're gonna free to play that you like free to play to like check things out and decide if you want to come back, and then you could do, you know, buy your packs and go premium. Which, if you're somebody who's gonna go in and out, you know, play for 6 months and then be gone again. You know what I mean? Like, you might play for a little while and then take a break and then come back and play again. Then you might want to do that. But if you're somebody who's gonna play for like a year, if you think you're gonna play a whole year, I would just spend the $100 and get the 1-year sub. Is what I would do personally.
Well, I'm gonna go and talk to my wife and see what things we're gonna do today. But I hope the best for you and your family.
Yep. Thanks, man. We'll be here later tonight. We'll be back for more DDO. But got the doctor's appointment here at the bottom of the next hour, and then I've got to see if I can't spend a little bit of time, even though it's cold out on the bus. So you have a good one, and we'll see you soon. Have fun with the wife. Tell her I said hello, nurse. And yeah, we'll catch you in a little while. So we're hanging out beforehand. No, it is. It is. I just free to play is still a thing. It's just that it's significantly more difficult, I think, to unlock all the things that you're going to want to unlock being just free to play. That it's worth the small monetary investment, however you want to do it. So if you've already bought your content packs, then I would just continue to be premium and just continue to buy content packs that you want. And maybe that's what you mean by free to play, maybe not. But if you want to play for like completely for free, it takes a lot of time. So like one way or another, you're either trading time for fun, or you're trading money for fun, in my opinion. And one way or the other, you should think about how you're going to maximize your enjoyment of the game. So, like for me, spending $6 a month or whatever it is, $7 a month, $8 a month is worth the trade-off. Oh, it's the store. Is worth the trade-off of not having to grind through multiple characters because I don't find that stuff to be fun. To get enough points to unlock the content that I want. Where having all the content that I want in exchange for, a pretty reasonable price for a lot of it, not all of it. Whoa! That was a surprisingly large stab in the kidneys. Raise me. Raise me quickly. Yeah, it was that light bear. It got like a big crit on me or something, I think. That was a crazy big damage spike. So really it comes down to, I mean, you just had to kind of have to ask yourself, Zilmond, what do you value more? Being able to do the content and play on the character that you want to play on, or, a few bucks here and there depending on what's going on. Again, I think that it's worth it to just do the 1 year VIP. I've pretty much, I haven't always been a 1 year VIP, but I pretty much always have been a VIP. There's enough perks for being a VIP that I'm down. Down with the sickness. Was that clear as mud? Probably. Whoa. Took exactly lethal and then, or exactly zero, went to exactly zero off of that one attack and then got just clobbered. That's crazy. Try again. That is insane. Apparently my dodge is not working today. Really thought I'd be doing the heavy lifting, but Looks like Moira's getting most of it done. Ah, the hero soul. That's probably what delivered the big ouchie here. Oh, shit. I think I charmed it by mistake. Good. Good. I like making sure that I'm as clear as mud whenever possible. Stream Tom has a really interesting, like, reasons for being VIP thing. He goes on about the weekly gold rolls and stuff like that. Again, I think all those things are valid, but for me it's just the ease of not having to worry about, do I own this content? Do I not own this content? I just know that I have it all. I don't have to worry about it. Alright, let's switch gear. Well, it probably wouldn't have mattered. Probably a 20 would have got it regardless, but grab an extra plus 12 to our roll here. Alright, unfortunately, for those of you who don't know, this will probably end up being our last quest, and by probably I mean it will be, because we only have a little bit of time to get ready to go see the doctor. Get some food in us, some breakfast, as it were. Literally all I have is some spicy taco meat and some tortillas. I don't have any cheese or anything to put on it right now. It's like such the best. Man, this dinosaur really loves me, huh? As long as my hireling continues to heal me, though, I'm okay. Let's take you. Why don't you be a pal? I want to be a pal. Oh, let's go mad at him. Moira now, that's good. I'm gonna switch out here then, clean up the trash. Oh no, it's not. It's still mad at me. Let's just make friends. Alright. That was not the worst. Could have been smoother. Could have been smoother for sure.
The figure on the sky coach ahead matches the description of Lucien Vaughn. He seems unruffled by the attack.
See if alright. Pick it up, run over here, talk to the dude.
I have a message for you.
Says Vaughn.
And that was it.
Belongs to me. I paid the Boromar clan good money to get it, after all. Don't think for a moment that you can challenge.
Alright, unfortunately I said that's all we have time for today. We'll be back later this evening after, I don't know, I'll probably start, the plan is to try to come back around 9 o'clock Central Time. Yeah, basically, that's when I'll hopefully be back. We might be back even earlier than that if it's like really, really cold and I don't get able to get outside and work on the bus, but I don't think it'll be that cold. I think I'll be able to turn on the little heater and work on stuff, even if it makes things a little bit messier than I want. So Alright, everybody. Hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow if you're not already. You don't have to support the channel monetarily, but if you decide to, I would really appreciate it. Don't forget, if you happen to have a Amazon Prime account, that you can tie your Amazon Prime together with your Twitch and get what's called a Twitch Prime account. And with that, you'll be able to donate one Prime account subscription to a lucky viewer each and every month. Doesn't have to be me, but I would appreciate it, and I would appreciate it also if you could do that to somebody if you happen to have an Amazon Prime. It means the world to people when they get it. Zomon, thanks for the follow, my friend. We'll probably go ahead and raid Strimtom, just because I told him that we likely would do so. It doesn't look like he's on yet, actually. So never mind, I guess we're going to raid a Voodoo. Alright guys and boys and girls, you have fun. We'll talk to you later. Jukes.